I'm TJ, and I'm here with um, Diva in Demand and Millette, and we're going to be talking about different things that have been happening since our most recent midterm elections. We can start with whatever you ladies want to start with.
Um, can we start with the fact that somebody tried to break in my damn house today? I need to tell y'all that. I need to talk to y'all about it before
Okay,
I
okay.
need to talk to y'all about that. I'm coming home from the optometrist. I'm on the phone with Pops in Demand. Y'all know my Pops, right? We chit chatting like we do every day. I get here, the front screen door is open. Hell, okay. Well, you know what? Maybe I was getting a package or something, or maybe I don't know. I go in the kitchen, life is going on, I'm cooking dinner, and I hear this noise, and it's outside. So I open, and I'm crazy as hell for opening the back door without knowing what the noise is. But I got Pops on the phone, right? Screen door is the frame. The door is torn apart from the frame. That's how bad somebody tried to get in my little house. And I was on the phone with him telling him, I really do like my little hood now. I like my little bank. I like the man at the dollar store know me. I'm comfortable.
Mm.
I, I want the people out there that break in people's houses or that know people that break in people's houses to stop that shit. Everything I own in this house, no matter how much it costs or how little it costs, I pay for. I went to work for it. It's all mine. Now I don't know where y'all from, but I'm gonna be real clear with you. If you know me personally, I was raised on the east side of Fort Worth, Texas, and I moved here from the south side of Chicago. Keep fucking around with me. This is how people get shot. That is your public service announcement for the day
For
from
today.
Diva. Don't play with me.
Diva will shoot you in the butt. Keep that's the
Right.
yeah.
Grew
And you
up in
can
the
keep
hood,
yourself
came from the hood.
lucky
Stop
that
playing
she
with me.
ain't shoot you in your head. Just to be clear.
Thank you. So, all right. I want y'all to fully understand. I am a Texas girl that believes in all my Second Amendment rights to pull out my gun and shoot you with it. Okay, that's what people. This is what I don't get. I have a right to have a gun. What the hell makes you think you have a right to break in somebody's damn house? What? Where did they teach you that at? Where you get that from? Where they do that at? Stop,
Hmm.
stop being a criminal.
Obviously in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Madness, utter fucking madness. All right. Sorry, I needed to tell y'all that live and in person. I'm trying to post the link to watch us live. So hopefully this is it. If you're on Facebook and and you click on the link and it doesn't work, let me know so I don't do the same thing next week. And I said last week I was giving shout outs to people who posted on our page and told us that they voted. And so we got a post from, we only got two. I know more people voted, but that's all right, y'all. We got some shy fans. So we got a post from Teresa Pittman that voted last week. Yay, Teresa. And we got a comment from Sharita Cooper, little sister to the show. Isn't that your little sister? That's not your
Yes,
older
that is
sister.
my
Your
little sister.
little sister to the show. Sharita voted and it took less than 10 minutes. Thank you, Sharita. Um,
Sharita lives in the nation's capital where it behooves them to be efficient with all processes except the running of the government.
Thank you, Sharita. I put this on Facebook last week, but I think I'm done. I think, you know,
With life? I mean, what?
we're trying to educate people. I feel like we do this show. Yes, I'm eating a cookie while I do this show. Like this wonderful shortbread cookie. I feel like we do this to help educate, help grow, be a place where people like us, women like us, who think like, not necessarily think like us, but
Mm-hmm.
have higher level critical thinking skills,
Mm-hmm.
can relate to what we're talking about. I really feel like that's our purpose with this whole show.
Mm-hmm.
My aunt Colette used to always say that when you are intelligent, you have a duty to the universe to help educate others.
Mhm.
I think I'm done. I mean, damn. How many years have we talked about midterm elections being important? How many times do we keep giving this same message? I said this on Facebook. Every damn time we preach this same damn message.
How?
And
Well, um,
no, I'm done.
we voting increased. It just didn't increase among Democrats. Like the people that we needed to vote didn't vote, and I think that it says a lot about a party when your base is just fed up with your lack of action. um I I don't think we should stop trying to educate people. I don't think we should stop trying to help people critically think about midterm elections and the importance of a midterm election. I think it's still our duty, as your aunt said, to try to reach people and make this an important part of their life. Voting should, to me, should just be like getting your license renewed. Well, people don't do that, but it should be one of those things. I just I feel like it's just part of your service for being a United States citizen.
And you're
Like
correct.
the fact that you live in a free land and that you're able to vote is just so, you shouldn't take that for granted. Because one of my friends, she is a person, she works the polls.
Hmm.
Excuse me.
You okay?
Worked the polls for 13 hours. And this guy that is trying to gain her, he's interested in her, but she's not necessarily interested in him. He told her that he boycotted voting this year. And she was like, after a 13-hour day of working the polls, where she went and worked and voted early so she could volunteer to work the polls. You tell her that you're boycotting voting? No, sir, we can never date. No, sir, we're not even going to have another conversation in this lifetime because you're stupid.
Well, you know what? The way my father didn't vote. Put him
Yeah.
on. Pops and the man did not vote. He said it doesn't make a difference.
Excuse me.
He said in Texas. He said in Texas it doesn't make a difference. He said he has done his service for his years, and it's up to us young people to pick up the banner now. Which I thought that was a very ignorant statement, and I told him so. But what
Well,
he believes. So I go back to my original statement. I think I'm done. I think I don't know what else to say to people, Millette.
mhm,
I don't know what else to say to people. The fact that people died
mhm.
for you to have that right to go vote, and you don't.
And
For
they
no
didn't
damn
they didn't
reason.
die they didn't die in a quick way either. I mean, a lot of people died a very violent death,
Right.
so that a violent, painful death, so that you could have the right to vote.
And you sat in the house. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how to get through to these people. So I feel, isn't the definition of insanity doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I would like to think I'm not insane.
I'm not.
Well, then, hey, I don't know. And in addition to those that don't vote, you have those who how, I, they vote like apparently in their best. I don't know if I want to say it's in their best interest. You have people who vote Republican because they've been told, well, those are the people that will look out for you, I suppose. I don't
Mhm.
know.
And
No,
I don't know why people who are poor vote Republican, because
I
they,
don't
when
either.
I say they are not interested in you and your plight, they are not interested
No,
in you and your plight. You will be poor after they get
forever,
elected.
forever.
You will be poor, and they don't care about you.
Honey, if you middle
America is
class,
a
you're gonna be poor
country
too.
that doesn't care about poor people anyway.
You know what? Somebody once said to me, He said, they are called conservatives because they have something to conserve.
Preach.
If you don't have something to conserve, why in the
Right.
absolute hell would you vote for a
Right.
conservative? They are not about to give you what they are attempting to conserve.
Right. Because they're trying to keep it for themselves.
Hence the definition of a conservative.
Right.
Yep. But hey. But you know what? I really thought that it wouldn't swing because I thought, how do you tell someone you're going to repeal the Affordable Health Care Act when you have so many people who are benefiting from it? You
But
can't
see, they
take
don't
something
see
away
it
from
like that.
people that, I mean, the people that have it. Why didn't they vote?
I guess they don't want to keep it.
Let me tell you something. If my job sent out an email tomorrow and said, we need y'all to vote on whether we're going to keep this Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance or you pay out your pocket, I guarantee you, we'd all be
Okay.
down there at the thing. I'm
But
frustrated and I don't know what
right.
else to say to the people, so I'm
It's a
done.
frustrating time. I think of all the children that if they are successful in repealing the Affordable Care Act, I think of all of these babies that will lose insurance. When a child dies because of a rotten tooth, it is time to take a look at what is going on in our society. That's a problem.
But look at the children who have the rotten tooth.
That's what I'm
Because
saying.
the children
They're
of the people
poor.
they elected, oh, they got good health care,
Hmm.
good dental care, good
Right.
hell.
We're so backwards. Like we give free shit to people who can afford to buy everything. Like the fact that the Academy Awards has a swag bag. Denzel Washington does not need anything for free. Cause guess what?
Now
Denzel
wait a
Washington
minute.
just
Now wait a
made
minute. The swag,
$20
the
million
swag bag
his
ain't free like
last
the
movie.
swag bag ain't free like it used to be. They tax swag now.
Right. But
Yeah,
it
they tax
TJ.
it now. So, I mean, it's like part of your income now.
Right. But nobody is gonna be broke for the taxes from the swag bag, I'm sure. Giving free stuff to celebrities, that's just so stupid to me. We are so backwards. We pay teachers $25,000 a year and send your uncouth, unraised, behavioral problem having children and expect them to one teach them something and also correct their behavior, but you paying this lady $9.50 an hour because that's basically what it boils down to, and you wonder why she doesn't want to be a teacher. I wouldn't want to be fooling with your badass kids either, and get in kindergarten and they don't even know their name or their home address because you haven't done your job as a parent.
And then
And
you
I
don't go
get it.
vote.
And then you don't go vote. But, or if you voting for the Republicans who don't give a damn about you and your little snotty nosed white baby, to be perfectly honest. Because you're poor.
Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same reason why you have the swag bag situation in the first place. I mean, you people in America tend to see themselves as being in a class higher than they really are, and you have people who see celebrities, and even though there is no way on the earth that they should be buying what they see a celebrity wearing,
Right.
that's what they're gonna go and put themselves in the debt and put their kids and grandkids in the debt to get.
Right.
Well, but how? Okay, so why does that only apply to dumb shit? Because Michael Jordan owns a restaurant. I don't see anybody running out to own their own business. Why does that only apply? You know what? I remember back, I guess it was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when everybody was running around singing, hollering YOLO, you only live once. YOLO for dumb shit. And I cannot think of her name right now, but she was on Twitter and said her daughter said, "How come nobody says YOLO for important shit like I'm going to medical school, YOLO,
Right.
I want to be a lawyer, YOLO."
I'm making some business. YOLO.
Right.
Right.
So people want what
YOLO. I'm gonna
celebrities
go
want.
vote.
People want what celebrities want. I'm gonna wear his shoes. YOLO. No, bitch. Run his business.
Right.
Okay.
Every time my nephew comes talking to me about a pair of shoes that cost $200 and $300, I'm like, first of all, I'm not putting any money in LeBron James's pocket,
Nope.
and in not, I'm just not.
No,
I don't
no.
understand the need for $300 shoes. And I tell Donovan this because, sir, you have no basketball contract. And if you don't grow a little bit, basketball really ain't gonna be in your future on a professional level. So yeah, I'm gonna need you to pump your brakes.
Dumb
You
shit is
come
cool.
talk to Aunt Let when you need your SAT fee paid. That's what you holler at me about. If you need a book, a computer game to help you at school. But tennis shoes, that ain't me, boo boo. No sir, no sir,
Dumb
no sir.
shit is cool. And so, I'm trying to think of what we want to talk about first from that. Do you have the link about, I'm going down, Mia, what's her name? Mia Love? Mia Cooper? Why do I want to call her Mia Love or Mia Cooper?
Who is that?
Mia Love. I sent you a
Her
link.
name is Mia
The first,
Love. Her
thank you,
name
the
is
first
Mia.
black
I mean,
um,
yeah.
Republican congressperson.
Oh yeah, I read that. Go Mia.
I, I'm, I applaud her for standing on her beliefs and winning that race to be the GOP's first black woman in Congress. I don't have to agree with her politics. I don't have to agree with her religion. I don't really have to agree with a damn thing. But I applaud the fact that she appreciated her background enough to want to make a difference. But what the she's in some background if you don't know. And the article will be the link will be on Facebook. But she is a Mormon mother of 3, and she is the first black female Republican elected to Congress from the state of Utah. She won the state's 4th House district. She she was quoted as saying, or many of the naysayers out there said Utah would never elect a black Republican Latter-day Saint woman to Congress. She's 38. She's also the first Haitian American to serve in the Capitol. But here's the part. Out of none of that really is what caught me. What caught me the best, I'll say that the best, is she says she is going to raise a ruckus with the Congressional Black Caucus. Did y'all read that part of the article?
Mm-hmm.
I want to find it so I could, be more specific in his quote. Doesn't matter. That's the
She
whole.
said, I'm kind of a nightmare for the Democratic Party. They don't want me there, but I'm coming.
Okay.
She's a nightmare for the Democratic. Well, she's a nightmare for thinking African Americans, but she's a nightmare for a different reason. I mean, honestly, I'm so unimpressed with the way that the GOP has basically trotted out her. I mean, they haven't trotted her out on her qualifications. They haven't trotted her out on her platform. When they've been raising her money, they've been trotting her out as a black woman, and I need her to be a little more educated than that. I know she's making good money, but I need her to be a little bit better than that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we need her to have another superpower other than being black. Not that it's not awesome, but
she does. She's also a Latter-day Saint.
Love being
until
black.
it can repel bullets, I'm gonna need her to have a backup superpower. I'm just saying.
I mean, she told y'all she's not just black. She's a black Latter-day Saint. She is Haitian American. Her parents fled here with $10. See?
Oh, okay.
She has an interesting background and story.
I respect her parents' hustle. I respect her parents' hustle because it made whatever she's doing possible. I respect that. However, I need a little dignity up in this piece. I mean, you're you are allowing yourself to be trotted out not on your qualifications, not on your intelligence, not on any redeeming quality other than the fact that you are African American and a female, just so that the GOP can say we're not racist. Some of our best friends.
We got three
Okay,
black friends. No,
you
four
know
black
what I'm
friends.
saying?
Four.
Okay, all
Herman
right.
Cain, Michael Steele, this chick, and Ben Carson. We got four black friends.
Oh.
And you know
Just
what?
saying.
I respect Ben Carson even more. I respect Ben Carson more than I respect her because I know who Ben Carson is. I know that he is a
Right.
highly accomplished neurosurgeon who did things in the field that no other person, black or white, has done. I'm saying
Right.
I respect that brother. He came up out of Detroit. I know where he has come from. I know who he has built himself up to be. But if all you can tell me is you a LDS black woman with 3 kids and you're raising money
Husband
because
named
you're a
Jay.
black woman with you're a black woman. So what? I'm a black woman. Well, give me money too. Shoot.
Right.
Vote for me too.
Because
I'm like, what?
if they passing out black girl checks, can I get one though? I'm just saying.
But that's the part that got me. She said she is going to be a force to be reckoned with for the CBC. And this is my thing. When I think about the Congressional Black Caucus, I think okay, so we are all in the same sorority. And we all know that when you have elders in charge, you cannot be some little young gun running in thinking you're gonna rock the boat.
Okay, acting
John
any
Lewis,
kind of way.
hold on,
Acting
John
any
Lewis
kind of way.
and Maxine
Okay.
Waters are not about to let you just roll up in the CBC and rock the boat. Sit down somewhere. They're gonna have to tell you to have several seats in the
You
corner.
know, I say let her go in there and try.
Girl.
We all need to, be put in our place every once in a while.
Somebody gonna tell her to go outside and pick her own switch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's coming. And she might have like valid concerns and points and ideas. But
Absolutely. I mean, and who doesn't have an issue? Who does not have an issue with the way that the Congressional Black Caucus does some things?
right.
Absolutely. But you're going to shake things up when we don't even know what your qualification is for office other than the fact that you have melanin in your skin, honey baby. Mm-mm.
Melanin. Love it. So it'll be interesting. I think I don't expect to hear anything else from her. I don't expect to hear her name again. I think, hey baby. Um, I don't think we'll hear anything else from her or about her. She'll go in, she'll cast the votes they tell her to cast, and she'll
hmm
sit down in the corner somewhere
She will be
and
a puppet.
hope to not make enough waves to get kicked out.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So, but my question to TJ is, what the hell happened in Louisiana? How did Alandro end up in a runout? What? I I looked at the results and I was like, what is this? I'm looking. Is this right?
The same reason that anybody else lost their seat. People decided, hey, we could. I don't know how they decided this, given that Obamacare has several Supreme Court challenges with a Democrat majority Senate.
hmm
But hey, they thought they could kick it over the midterm. I don't know. This is Louisiana. If somebody mama could have been making gumbo, anything could have happened, okay? I'm just saying.
I mean, but like, that's like family legacy right there. Don't they have? Don't they
Yeah, it is,
hold?
but if you don't,
Everybody in
but
the
see,
family holding
if you
office.
if you have a sizable amount of people, okay, and you do have a sizable amount of the Democratic Party disengaged right now, and they're not voting, then who's going to vote for Landrew? A Republican's not going to vote for Landrew, even though they have a legacy in Louisiana. The Republicans in Louisiana, they some dirt. Talk about the dirty South. You talking about all the high level races and is and every other is you can put in is. They are not voting for no Landrew.
I
So
was surprised. I
Or
really,
not.
really was surprised about about that race.
No,
I was surprised about the race for governor in Texas. I told y'all the week before I thought Wendy Davis was a shoo-in. Then I did admit that was the only candidate I was following, so maybe that was my fault. But again, I think to myself, as a woman, how in the absolute hell do you go vote for somebody who has clearly explained to you that you have no rights to your own damn uterus?
Right.
That stuns me into speechlessness. So we as a country, we made some very poor decisions. But Millette said something on Facebook about Tom Tillis. She said they made it through. They made it through the years before. They can make it through
Jesse
now.
Helms. We survived Jesse Helms, who was racist, sexist, classist, elitist, and just plain, I think, evil. But I don't want to say that because, only God knows that. But he was like the worst ever. And when I say hated black people, hated black people. So we survived him. We'll survive Tom Tillis.
Yeah, we'll all survive.
But what can't happen is we can't go through 30 years of Tom Tillis like Jesse Helms, because Jesse Helms was in Congress for a long time, a very long time.
I don't see. Let me tell you something. I'm telling y'all now. Things will not revert back. The Republicans will control Congress and the Senate until we go through another failed Republican presidency. Because we are a society of I can show you better than I can tell you. So we have to experience that failure before we say, "Ooh, that was a bad idea."
Yeah.
So we will go through another failed Republican presidency.
I don't know. I think it depends on what goes on. I mean, like the Republican Party it's really incumbent upon them to get something done in the next 2 years.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
If people cared, they would have voted last Tuesday.
You know what? No. People don't care to a certain extent, but if they continue along the path that they've been on for the last 2 years, even with Ben Carson, even with any Bush, they will not get in the White House.
Yeah. And I think that the speed at which we get our information now and how much people like Jon Stewart and Bill Maher and Melissa Harris Perry and Tavis Smiley and Chris Hannity and all of these people, how quick we get the information from them and how fast they influence the people. Like, quiet is kept. The way that the president has won these past 2 elections has been on the strength of getting people in your circle who have influence. When he first got elected in 2008, it was young people who got him elected. Young people, minorities, like he gave something to dream about and believe in, and Bush was just so horrible. So in this next 2 years, if the Republicans don't get anything done, I think that we won't have a Republican president because they will look like complete failures.
Oh, no. I didn't say the next president would be a Republican. I said the Republicans will not lose control of the House or the Senate until we have gone through a failed Republican presidency. I didn't say the next president will be a Republican. What I'm telling you is if our next president is a Democrat, Republicans will continue to control Congress and the Senate.
Yeah.
We are people who have to experience hardship before we change our minds.
I can respect that.
So that's what I believe. So
I don't even know if it's a matter of changing minds. It's a matter of determining to take some action. Because you have people who, the majority of voters, did not, it's, I mean, Republicans like to dress it up and spin it and say that this was a referendum on their values and their platform, but the majority of people just straight up didn't vote and are disgusted with the process and are disgusted
Right.
with the people involved.
Yeah. I want us to try having an independent president. See how that'll
That
work
will
out.
never happen. He or she will never raise enough funds to beat any of those corporate machines that support the two-party system. Never will
You're
happen.
right. You're right.
I
Sad.
love that you would like to see it. I love that we can have an intelligent conversation about it. But it's pretty much like talking about Alice in the damn rabbit hole, okay? Will never, it is a fairy tale. Will never happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sad.
So, what can we talk about? What, I don't know how to. TJ, do you control the chat room? Ooh, there's chat. Ooh, it's over there. There's a link. I don't know what that
Yeah.
link is. How cool.
It's
I didn't
Mia
know
That
you
link
could.
Love.
is about Mia. It's about Mia Love.
Oh, okay. So, do you have the link for the story that Sharon posted? I'm sorry, Millette. Sorry, posted on Facebook about the Lincoln University president.
I'll find it.
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
want you to kick it off too, since you posted it. Tell us about it, please and thank
So, Lincoln University is a small, historically black university in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and they have a president, and his name is Robert R. Jennings. And Robert R. Jennings told the young ladies of Lincoln University in a you what is it called? The same sex convocation types deal that historically black colleges and universities are pride themselves on. He told them that and I quote, "Let me tell you why I know I'm right about it. I'm right about it because we have had on this campus 3 cases of young women who, after having done whatever they did with the young man and it didn't turn out the way they wanted it to turn out, guess what they did? They went to public safety and said, he raped me." And this was in September at the all women's convocation at Lincoln University. And so that's what he told the young ladies of the school. And there were mixed reviews. Some people didn't have a problem with it. Other people found it disturbing, offensive, and sexist in nature. The president blames young women for being raped by saying that when they have sex with someone and regret the act, they then can create a story of rape to explain it. He also received a no confidence vote from the staff at the school. So, yeah, I found that interesting. But, I went to a predominantly white institution, so I probably better fall back in this conversation to avoid saying the wrong thing.
No, I mean, I wanted. I'm sitting here like, what the world? If the president of my school had said something like that when I was in college, I would have started a protest.
But what he said in a later interview that his remarks were taken out of context. His speech was 26 minutes, and they only focused on this 4-minute little section and all this, that, and the third. And I'm just saying to myself, because I always have issues when people bring up the topic of date rape and things of that and sexual assaults in any instance, because women still bear the onus of the act. It's always our fault. You shouldn't have worn this. You shouldn't have gotten drunk. You shouldn't have went home with him. You shouldn't have let him in your apartment. You shouldn't have went on a date. You shouldn't have met him online. It's always our fault. So
Well, there is a way to do everything And there are some situations that young ladies on a college campus might want to keep themselves out of to avoid the risk of something like that. However, like I said, there's a way to do everything, and telling somebody, I mean, automatically assuming that a woman who reports an attack is doing so because the experience didn't go well or she didn't get what she wanted, that's way out of line for any campus administrator, HBCU, PWI, whatever. It's out of line. And like I said, if I was there, I would have had a protest going.
But it happens.
Yeah.
That's the hard part about this, is you want to read it and take it at pure face value and be simply irate about it, but it happens.
Yeah.
And it's not a rare occurrence type of thing that happens. It happens probably frequently, unfortunately. That is the if it did not, then, and this is not me, TJ, don't give me that look, because this is not me saying I agree with him and he should have said it. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we cannot completely cast him out into the middle of the damn ocean. What he said, I feel like a part of him was attempting to say, don't ruin your life or somebody else's life over a sexual experience that had a bad turnout by labeling it something that is going to put other women at risk later. It's a boy that cried. I feel like he was trying to tell him, don't be the boy that cried wolf, because down the road, when some woman does say wolf and it is a wolf, people are not going to take her as seriously because of the bullshit that happened prior to that. A piece of me feels like that was a part of his intent. Now, did he phrase it well? Obviously not. I'm not saying I agree with him either, the way he phrased it. But I'm saying I don't feel like he deserves to be thrown out in the middle of the damn ocean either. Like Millette said, the damn speech was 26 minutes. We heard a snippet.
However,
I understand that maybe he did mean well by what he said, but it's just knowing what women who are attacked go through. They go through so much turmoil before they even get to the point when they report the attack. So many women do not even report the attack. And then to have someone in your administration basically saying that, if I hear, now you heard that he said, don't be the boy that cried wolf. But what a lot of women heard was, if you complain about this, our first assumption is going to be that you are not happy with your experience with this young man. We are going to determine that what you're saying is not even true at face value, and it will discourage even more women from coming forward who are being attacked, which will put women in jeopardy anyway.
Is that really what you heard? I mean, that's how it came across.
I'm saying it could come across that way, and the risk.
We see things differently.
I'm saying that it could come across that way, and the risk involved with it coming across that way is too great to be saying that kind of stuff. And you are an administrator. You are the head administrator on the campus. I need you to think a little more before you give a speech.
So here's my question then. So here's my question then. If not him, then who and when? Because at some point, somebody does need to say that to these women. Or these
somebody
men,
from
or
maybe
the people who
somebody
are crying
from
rape.
security.
So it's not
maybe
him who, and it's not now when.
Maybe somebody from security, maybe somebody who is a woman who has had judicial experience with the dealings. Maybe she could bring it to a more sensitive presentation, because the way he's insensitive.
We still arguing over whether Anita Hill was telling the truth or not.
She was telling the truth. At the end of the day, No man needs to tell me as a woman or my child as a woman how she needs to act about a sexual assault ever in life. No man. Just like no man needs to tell me I don't need to have an abortion. I should let that baby be a person. No man needs to tell me or make choices about how I choose to protect myself ever in life. No man should do that. One, you can't have a kid. And two, you are always, more likely than not, you're always the aggressor. You're always the rapist. You're always the murderer. Man, not us. So don't even go there with me. Like, I would have taken my daughter out of that school that day. That would have been my reaction. We going to withdraw. Let's go. I'm sorry. Leaving your friends. Send them an email. We out. I'm taking my child out. No. You don't take my child out.
I would have asked to hear or see the entire speech before I made that decision.
No. Let's go. Pack your stuff. Come on. Put it in the U-Haul. Let's go.
Because I do feel that it has to be addressed at some point. Now, again, I don't know if that's the environment or the situation I would have addressed it in, but I appreciate the fact that it does need to be addressed at some damn point.
Right, because
it's not just, it happens on a lot of campuses.
And my thing is, if it was like all of the students, they're together and this was the topic of conversation, I could see that. But we're gonna gather all the girls up, and this
they
is
do that
what
anyway.
We're going to say.
They have separate conversations.
I know that.
Anyway. So here's my question, Millette. Now, if you had a daughter there, and she had heard that speech, you would have withdrawn her immediately.
Mm-hmm.
What if your nephew Donovan was there?
He would have left too.
Hold on, I'm not done. That's not the question. The question is, and he had a sexual experience with a young girl that didn't turn out the way she wanted it, and then she said he raped me.
Yeah, we gonna have to talk to safety and security and all of that.
And at the end of the day, knowing you gonna want the little hussy put out on the damn street.
Yeah, she's going to jail. Like, she's going to jail.
If you fall
the man to tell her not to do it,
you got to school. You do. You do need to go. I said if a girl.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
If it is found out,
if she knowingly makes a false accusation like that, that could ruin someone's life and result in their imprisonment, she needs to leave school for a while and get herself together.
No, and so the man get up there and said, "You don't be that woman."
That I understand that.
It's a time and a place. Wrong time, wrong place.
Pack your stuff. No. It's just inappropriate. Who wrote this? Who did not proofread this speech? Every time stuff like this happens, I just wonder who in the office did not do their job, who called in sick that day and said the president got this, he good, he's made this speech like 6 or 7 times, he gonna be straight. Somebody
depending on what came up before that portion and what came after, had I proofread it, I might have said, okay, go with it.
See? Then we could be blaming this on you.
You be having somebody making protests.
on you.
I would, because I would think about Millette's nephew, and I would want to be able to say, I told that girl, don't do that. I wouldn't want to sit there and have to ask myself, damn, maybe if I had let him give that speech, this wouldn't have happened to Donovan.
I don't know. I somehow think that I need college women to leave their house knowing not to do stuff like that. I mean, if you get caught in that stuff, you need to go home, point blank, period. We don't need to tell you that. Your mama should have told you that.
Ooh, but that's a whole separate issue.
Yeah, that's a whole other show.
Look, the same college women that just didn't vote, the same college women that, I mean, we talk about them all the time. We're here to educate and inform, and please, with parents who don't vote or vote Republican or As
and
Millette
still
said, send
poor,
their little snotty ass kids to school.
and still poor.
We don't know what the hell they told them before they left the house.
I just don't feel like that was appropriate. But I might need to think about it, because now that I'm thinking about my nephew, that's bothering my spirit, Lord
Right.
Jesus.
You talking about protests. We be out here talking about making free Millette signs. I be
Yeah.
outside this
Oh no, you ain't got
damn
to
house.
free me. Don't for I will gladly serve that time.
I be outside this damn house with cupcakes for sale, with little signs. Free Millette. And we'd have Black Panther going on and no. So y'all know me. Y'all know I guess I'm the controversial one. I want to think of both sides. When I read it, of course, instantly I said, "What the hell?" Instantly, and then I said, "But damn, it happens.
Yep.
It happens." And I said, "Right, if I had a daughter, like TJ said, we would have had that conversation in advance. If you didn't like the relationship turned out not to be a relationship, and he just wanted some of your cookie box, oh well, you gave us some cookie box. You move on with life. Don't be that chick." But I had to look at the other side of that too. When the portion when he said not to that it could ruin a young man's life. I have nephews. I have cousins. I have cousins who have been put in situations where women didn't like how things were going and said, "I'm gonna call the police." And I know if the police show up, my cousin is instantly going to jail and instantly going to be seen in the wrong simply because he is the man. So it made me stop and think about it from both sides. Maybe not the right time or place. Maybe we have a seminar on sexual responsibility later in life. Maybe he had tried that before and some of these brazen hussies didn't show up and he thought, well, since I got y'all all in one place, damn it, I'll say it now. I don't know.
Mm.
But I'm not going to just castrate the man for saying it. Especially knowing, like Millette said, it was 26 minutes and we got a snippet. I, it, so yeah, as for who would have approved the speech, I would have. Knowing with context, I would have.
Mm, 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 mm.
Mhm. So this is probably a good time to tell women to have that conversation with your young girls. If you think you have young women, young ladies in your family or in your life that you have access to that are sexually active, this would be a good time to have that conversation with them. Have it so no one else has to.
Shoot, I mean, everybody needs to have that conversation. I mean, I have sons too, but I mean,
I was getting to that. Tell the
yeah,
boys too. Be careful who you lay with.
that conversation has to go both ways. It has to be like, you know what? It might seem like a good idea at the time, and she might be looking right in her jeans and whatnot. But boo boo, you don't need to go that route. You need to actually know who you dealing with, and if you dealing with crazy, you leave crazy alone.
Right.
I don't even get into long conversations with Donovan because his and my attention span are just not that great. I tell him all the time, and he says this to people. My brother gets a little bit mad. I say, Donovan, don't be stupid. Just don't be stupid. Everything that you do, you think about what you're doing. Don't be stupid. You know why? Because I don't have stupid nephews. Don't be stupid. And I look at him, and then I look at his dad, and yeah, don't be stupid. And that's the end of our conversation. Anytime, if he has questions about different things, we have it out. But he has a friend in his class, my nephew's in the 10th grade, who just had a baby. Don't be stupid.
I
Just don't.
think I'm more surprised at the fact that Donovan's in the 10th grade than the fact that his friend had a baby. I didn't realize
Yeah.
the baby had grown up that much since I've been knowing you.
Yeah.
I'm just, wow.
Yeah. One of his friends just had a baby.
Not surprised. Not
Don't be
surprised.
stupid.
And this is my chance to get to tell Millette something that I tell TJ all the time. You know you're not normal, right? And I know we say normal is overrated, but what I'm telling you is you have conversations with your nephew that a large population of aunts do not.
When Donovan was born, I made a decision. I tell him all the time, I'm always going to be honest with you. I'm never going to lie to you, and you can ask me anything. It might be uncomfortable for me because I'm your aunt now. I don't want you to get out here and do stuff, but I'm not gonna I can tell you about my life, and I can tell you about the mistakes that I have made. And he loves that, because I'll tell him, when I was your age, I was boy crazy. My daddy was about to kill me. And I mean, literally end my life. He was like, I'm done. She will not act right. I cannot take this anymore. I feed this girl. She has somewhere to stay. I can't do it. I'm a killer. That's what he told my mom. My mom was like, baby, I need you to calm down, because you can't kill your child, because they'll put you in jail. So here's what we're going to do. And they laid their plan out. And I still would not, it took like a year for me to get myself together. But my dad had it up to here with me. And I said, now I tell Donovan all the time, I said, your daddy will kill you, like, with no hesitation, and will go turn himself into the police and be like, I'm good. Y'all tell me what, give me a jumpsuit, put me in my cell, give me some shoes, I'm good.
Not the jumpsuit. Oh my
brother
Shoes.
says that all the time. He was like, I work too hard. He has too much. We do everything. He was like, I'm not. I refuse. He said, I refuse. I will kill this boy. I'm done. And when we threaten lives in our family, we really don't be joking. Like, we just don't.
I'm glad you admitted it. I thought you were getting ready to say y'all was playing. I was about to say,
no, we ain't playing. So it's just, that's why I tell him, I was like, anything you don't feel comfortable talking to your mom, because she's crazy, or your dad, my brother, who's also crazy, about, come talk to me, because I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to tell you, Donovan, that's not smart. You're being a little stupid. But it's real out here. Like, you can't have these kids out here. They know too much, and they have access to so much mess just in their spirit, clouding their soul. You gotta keep it so real with them.
Okay, which say, again though, that takes me back to the president of this university. I think that was his goal. I think that was his intent.
I can respect that.
I'll be interested to see if we hear more about it. I hope that instant response of chop his head off and throw him out in the water.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting fired. He's getting fired because enrollment is down 19%.
Well, hell, that's not his. I mean, that's not the fault of that speech.
Yeah,
that speech is not the reason enrollment is down. So, hell, I'm just, that's all.
Don't worry about it.
TJ, you sent us an email that talked about the political and economic power that Black women hold. Mm-hmm. And when I look at the midterm election results, where are we holding it? In our living room? Because we didn't show it at the poll.
We do hold it. We do spend 85%. We spend 85 cents of every dollar that Black America spends, and Black America by itself spends enough to be a top 20 first world nation by itself.
What are we spending it on?
Right. What we buying? Ciroc.
Huh?
What we buying? Ciroc.
Does TJ even know what Ciroc is?
Yeah, I do know what Ciroc is.
Don't try to play my number.
I don't drink it, but I do know what it is.
Okay. I know my big sister gorgeous one.
Okay.
Yeah, about that cheap.
I'm not gonna ever publicly admit to drinking a beverage in that Diddy is Okay.
Yeah, see. No. Yeah. So Sharon, I don't even want to hear it. I know my big sister gorgeous. She is not about
that.
Got
to come out with some tequila on Founders Day, and y'all know how much I do love tequila. So yeah, I'm gonna try, TJ. I might not drink it regularly, but I really do need to try it just for my consumer marketing.
Oh, girl.
Yeah.
So you can keep it in mind, huh? When planning future events. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Whatever, however you want to do it. That's why I'm trying it. But yeah, what are we buying? Yeah, I need to understand what we're buying with this 85 cents of every dollar.
Because I'm imagining it's probably groceries and handbags.
Michael Kors, because we all have the same purse
I
for
don't
whatever
actually have.
reason.
I
Yeah,
be
because
into
stores do have
some
Michael
stupid
Kors. Because
purse.
last time I traveled, I saw a lot of sisters
Exactly.
wear Michael
Thank you.
Kors bags, and I was like, "Are they? Is Michael Kors popular amongst the
Yes,
popular?"
Oh
that's
my
the
goodness! So
ghetto
yeah,
brand.
so it had to be. It was maybe a year ago. I was at my grandmother's house. You know, my mama thinks she knows stuff, and so she was talking about Michael Kors being this new hot designer on the scene.
Ma'am,
He ain't new. He ain't
ma'am,
hot. Y'all just ain't never
ma'am,
been able to afford him.
ma'am.
Everybody now that they got an outlet, everybody got one and thinking he new and hot. He not new and hot.
He's not.
Okay, that's what it is. That there's an outlet now. Because I was like,
Yep.
"Why
No,
am I
no, it's
seeing these
not
bags
that.
everywhere?"
It's not that. Michael
Oh,
Kors
what is it?
went from couture dresses and um only doing designs for these actresses going to these awards and became a global brand. So when you do that in the fashion industry, that's how you get into Macy's, and you move from Neiman's to Macy's and
He's
Belk
been in
and
Macy's
all
for a
that stuff.
minute, though. I mean,
Right.
maybe
No,
he got
I'm not
licensing
talking
deals.
about our middle class black women. I'm talking about
Hmm.
hood chicks. I'm
You're
talking hood
right.
chicks. Let me be more specific.
But let
Hood.
me finish. Let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay.
And now they've started to knock off Michael Kors bags
Damn.
because they're popular. Because half of these chicks with these bags, those bags are not real Michael Kors bags. They are knockoffs.
So what I told my mama was, it's not that his bags are really the new hotness. They
Mm-mm.
the new hotness for hood chicks. Cause the new hotness is to have a bag that nobody else has. How about that? Let's not
Exactly.
all have the same canvas material damn bag. You
Exactly.
know, people always not people. This chick makes a point of always talking. Oh, I like your Coach purse. Oh, I like your Coach purse. Oh, I like it. I'm not that. Let me tell you something. I went to the Coach outlet with my line sister who was buying up a bunch of stuff, and I made the comment. I don't like anything in here because it all looks the same. And the salesman said, "Oh, you think we don't have nothing different? Hold on, I'll be right back." And brought out a bag, and I was like, "Now that's different." I need people to have a personal sense of style. So that I mean, we still had the same question. What do we spend our 85 cents on? Michael
We just
Kors
told
bags,
you.
tennis sneakers for our kids, and
And
groceries.
groceries. And putting money on the man commissary.
Hang up. Hang up on my leg right now. Cut it off. Cut it
Wow.
off
Did you
right
say
now.
money on
Damn.
You
somebody's
better be glad I
commissary?
don't have to
Um,
sleep inside of this tonight.
Uh-uh.
you guys not
Hang
seen
up.
the show
Whoa.
Prison Wives Club. I'm trying to help y'all.
Wow.
TJ,
Wow.
cut her off. Cut her off.
Don't do
Wow.
that. This is
No,
America.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna cut her off. I didn't cut you off when you was defending that dude making them stupid statements. So I'm not gonna cut her off when she say
Preach.
that they holding down folks. And,
Okay, next public service announcement of the night from Diva in Demand. If you got a man that you got to put money on his books for, get a new one. That plain and simple. Get a new one. Get rid of that one.
Girl, get you a
Get a new one.
free hand.
if you have a man who's paying for anything with cigarettes,
Get a new one. Right now. Do not pass go. Do
We-
not collect $200. Damn it. Get a new one.
and just to be clear, I'm not judging anybody because your love is your love.
We're just
And that
giving
ain't
you
none of
some
my
good
business.
advice. We're not judging. We're just giving you some healthy advice.
for
Let you know you
real,
have
for
other
real.
options. Get a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Hell.
But
Damn,
I don't know
folks.
where we're spending our money. Most of mine goes to rent, Duke Energy, Time Warner Cable, and Capital One.
I know,
So
right?
I can't speak that. That's what my 85 cents going. I don't know about y'all.
Some
Oh,
of mine might go to
and Single
Hancock
Road
Fabrics.
Sorority Incorporated, of course.
Uh, some of mine might go to Hancock Fabrics in the scrapbook store. But I don't see this political power we have.
Mm.
I guess I saw it in Utah. Maybe that's what happened in Utah. Maybe that's why Mia won. The sisters.
Whatever. Come on. Sisters ain't have nothing to do with anything Mia Love is doing. Don't trip. Okay?
Or
Well, you the
anything
one telling
going
me we
on
hold
in
power.
Utah.
You are the one telling me we hold the power. I'm trying
We
to see where
do.
we hold it at.
I'm saying, did I say we use it? Did I say we are using it and that we're channeling it?
Hey.
No. Do we have it? Yes.
Yes.
Well, next
Okay.
time in the email, I need you to differentiate. I thought that was all encompassed in the
She
damn
needs to
email.
read.
I did. It said we have all this power. I need you to say, and
What
we don't use
I
it.
said we have all this power if we chose to exercise that power, if we chose to tell people, okay, I don't see myself in advertisements for your brand. I don't see my children in advertisements for your brand. How about I stop buying your product?
Mm.
We're not gonna do that.
Hmm.
I wish we would.
I want us to quit shopping at Walmart. I mean, damn.
I don't shop at Walmart.
I don't think any of us do, but it's just us. Again, we're not normal.
I got a Target card. I save 5%. That's all I gotta
You know
say.
what? I think.
I used to shop at Target. They was playing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get did anybody else get the email from Home Depot? If you did
Mm-mm.
not, let me tell the masses. So a few months ago, Home Depot sent out an email about them also being breached with credit and debit card numbers being breached. Well, they sent out a new email this week saying that in that same breach, email addresses were breached as well. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to spend a lot of money on wood to build a dining room table from scratch. You have just made it clear to me that Lowe's needs to get my damn money.
Shout out to lumber mill. Go down to lumber mill.
That
Go
should
down to
be
that lumber mill. Get somebody to give you some fresh wood and keep it moving.
right.
Yeah, but lumber mill won't cut it for you.
They won't.
No,
That's all they do
no.
is cut wood. But they won't cut
Not
your
to
wood.
not to spec. That's what the people tell me. Home Depot and Lowe's will cut it to spec for you. You buy it, they'll cut it for you to spec. We'll find out. Look, my daddy gonna buy the wood anyway, so he said just he gonna take care of the wood. Y'all know I'm spoiled.
Oh snap! Oh snap!
Yeah. If anybody's data does not need to be stolen, it
If
would be
somebody
Daddy
would,
Chris.
okay, somebody would come up short.
Yeah. I don't need that to happen like ever in life. For
Because if
real.
you tell anybody else that he served 2 tours in Vietnam after the war was over, I'ma set him somewhere in the corner. I told y'all about the TJ. Did I tell you? I told Malette. My daddy down at the Home Depot. He was down at the Home Depot. He called me from the Home Depot and said, "What's the name of your sorority again?" See,
Yeah,
we
you
got
told me
no
about
daddy.
that. Yeah, you told
Yes.
me about
Okay.
that.
Clown the people at the damn Home Depot. Sit down somewhere. All right. Are we gonna talk about the weed tonight?
Yeah, we could talk about it.
Okay.
What you want to talk? We could talk about how okay, you have 3 more states that I think passed it. Um, but I mean, it's not as simple as I mean, a lot of people like when I went home last time to Louisiana, a lot of people were like, "Oh, y'all got weed." Like all we do is just sit up and smoke weed in Washington State. But anyway, I was like, no. I was like, okay, first of all, my county and a few other counties don't even sell weed 'cause they don't want weed and they don't want the drama that comes with weed. Like like you have people who infuse food with weed, and then you have people who buy that and don't properly store it. And you have things like where in Colorado you have this huge increase in kids in the emergency room because mom or granny had some brownies on the counter and they ate them and got sick, or they ate the weed infused candy and got sick with it they're not supposed to be making because it looks too much like something kids would like, but they eat it and they get sick. I mean, you have that consequence. Recently, Over in Washington, we had a girl who got hit by a car while she was trick or treating. The guy was high on marijuana. I
They
mean,
didn't
it's
think
not
about
as
this kind of
simple.
stuff when they passed it
Well,
or
no,
legalized it.
I think that they may have assumed that the consumer, that the end user had more sense than they seem to be exercising on a large scale. I mean, they assume that okay, these people fought for weed, and most of the people who were fighting for it were educated, but a lot of people who are consuming it are not acting. I mean, I guess they're acting like people who've been smoking marijuana, not using the best judgment, but there are consequences for that.
So do you think that will end up being repealed at some point? Or do you think they'll come up with better guidelines and standards?
They may come up with some stuff on the enforcement end, in terms of like using marijuana. They'll probably come up with steeper fines and
Mm.
punishments for people who are found to be using marijuana and driving, for example. And they
Hmm.
may also come up with some kind of punishment for people who don't store their marijuana infused foods properly and kids get into them. They probably will come up with some kind of negligence charge for that to
Wait a
make
minute.
it.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. So three more states voted to legalize marijuana, and the
Mhm.
Republicans took control of the Senate.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry. You thought Republicans didn't smoke weed, right?
I guess the taxation portion of it is what was
Yep.
the draw. Okay. I needed to make the connection. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And you have a lot of end users who both parties. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Yeah, but both parties didn't vote, so obviously it was just the one party,
Yeah,
which is
the
crazy. Okay.
GOP wanted some weed. What they wanted it for, well, I don't know. But yeah, they wanted it.
All right. Awesome show, ladies. I think we
Did
should
we
wrap up.
ever talk about
Oh,
Stacey Dash talking about black
I'm
people
not
being on
talking.
the plantation?
I'm not talking about
Can we
Stacey Dash.
not? Can
No.
we not?
Okay.
We're gonna take an
But
on-air
no black
vote.
Louisianians.
Every
Who
no,
said
no,
that
no,
Louisiana
no.
black
And
people?
we just said we weren't gonna talk about it. She's still
Okay,
talking. We're taking an
okay.
on-air vote. Who does not want to talk about Stacey Dash? Raise your hand. Does not.
Okay, fine. We will not. We will not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, child.
Because Sisters with Sense is a democracy. So we do
Right.
like to have
Democracy in
votes.
action. Okay, all right.
This is what happens. Democracy
Okay,
in
ladies.
action.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very
Well,
smart.
that's our show for this week. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching. Ladies, any last things to say before we end the broadcast?
Happy Founders Day, Wednesday, November the 12th, 2014. We will celebrate 92 years of greater service, greater progress for Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So happy Founders Day, sorors.
Happy Founders Day to you, Soror.
And what we need y'all to do, so you won't be useless all your life, is go out and do something nice for somebody. Buy somebody some coffee at Starbucks on Wednesday. Buy somebody a donut. Buy a homeless man a cheeseburger. Even though he asking you for money, buy him a cheeseburger on instead, or a salad. However you roll.
Do some service.
Do something nice.
Some
Do
service.
something
That's a good idea.
on
Thank you for that.
Wednesday.
On
Thank
Wednesday.
you.
And then tell us about it. Hit us up on
Yeah,
social
on
media.
Facebook.
Go to our Facebook page, Sisters with Sense on Facebook, and tell us what you did nice. We appreciate it. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. Catch us on social media. We have a Facebook page. We have 214 likes. I would love to be at 220 by the end of the week. So tell your friends about us because you know you love us. They will
Tell
too.
your kids. Tell your husband.
Oh my God.
Everybody.
We're on Twitter. I don't check Twitter. I hope Millette does because me and Twitter, we don't have a very
Every
strong
once in a while.
relationship. So hit us on Twitter, Sisters with Sense. I'm
She broke up.
divindemand.com, tjstings.com. Millette is Nucleus1922 on
No,
Twitter.
Nucleus 22.
Hell, I tried.
Very
Nucleus22
weird.
on Twitter. Catch us on social media. Give us your opinion on what we talked about tonight. Tell us what you think about Lincoln University's president's comments. Give us some ideas about shows you'd like to see in the future. We have already put
Yeah.
the caveat out there that we don't talk about dumb shit. So don't even try us. That's what I gotta say. Thanks, ladies.